Have you ever stopped to think, what happens to an older person who lives completely alone, no children nearby, no grandchildren, no one around to help with daily tasks? It's a scene far more common than you might imagine. All over the world, millions of seniors live alone, and this number keeps growing. Some chose this life, but most simply ended up this way. A child who moved away, a spouse who passed on, a neighbor who no longer visits as often. Over time, the silence in the house becomes heavier. Loneliness starts to affect the body, sleep, memory, and the risk of accidents, like a fall in the bathroom or a sudden health issue, becomes very real. Even worse are the heartbreaking stories we hear of seniors lying on the floor for 2 or 3 days, unable to call for help. Sadly, this happens every day, everywhere. But here's something very important. Living alone doesn't have to mean living at risk. With just a few simple steps and thoughtful strategies, it's absolutely possible to enjoy independence, safety, and even better quality of life than some people who are surrounded by others, but still feel lonely. In today's video, I'll show you 5 powerful and practical ways to protect your health, safety, and dignity, even if you live alone, all with care, respect, and useful information designed specially for anyone over 60. And listen, the last tip is so valuable, it should be in every senior health guide. If you live alone, or know someone who does, make sure you watch until the end. And don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe to Elder Journey, and share this video with someone who needs this message. This video could truly make a difference. Are you ready? Let's go together. Number 1. The hidden risk of falls and delayed help. Living alone after 60 can feel like a great achievement, a sign of independence and freedom. But there's one silent risk that grows over time: falling at home. In many parts of the world, where the senior population is growing fast, falls are one of the leading causes of serious injuries and even death among older adults. And the problem becomes even more dangerous when no one is around to help immediately. A wet bathroom floor, a rug out of place, poor lighting on the stairs, small things that may seem harmless and can suddenly become dangerous. And when someone lives alone, something that could have been just a scare can turn into a serious emergency. There was a real case that made the news: an 82-year-old lady living by herself. She fell in the bathroom during the night. Without the strength to get up and no one nearby, she spent nearly 2 days on the floor without food, without water, and unable to reach her phone. She was only rescued because a neighbor noticed the unusual silence and called for help. That's why the first step is to prevent falls before they happen. Here's how. Install grab bars in the bathroom hallways and near stairs. Use non-slip mats, or better yet, remove loose rugs altogether. Keep the home tidy. Avoid low furniture or clutter that could cause tripping. Ensure every area is well lit, especially stairs, hallways, and bathrooms. Always keep your phone within reach. If possible, use an emergency button, a smartwatch with fall detection, or any device that can quickly call for assistance. These simple steps can truly save lives. If you're still watching this, type number 1 in the comments to help spread this message. It could protect someone you love. Number 2. Social isolation affects both body and mind. Living alone is not just a physical challenge. Over time, loneliness starts to affect both emotional health and physical well-being. Research from the University of Chicago shows that isolation in older adults can raise cortisol levels, the stress hormone, while lowering immunity. This increases the risk of infections, depression, and even heart disease. But what many people don't realize is that loneliness also impacts the brain. Study from Harvard Medical School found that older adults who are socially isolated have a significantly higher risk of developing dementia. Even more alarming, the health impact of loneliness can be as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. There's a touching example of a 79-year-old gentleman. After losing his wife, and with his children living far away, he spent most of his days without talking to anyone. Slowly, he started forgetting things, lost his appetite, and was even diagnosed with mild depression. The solution, something simple but powerful: His daughter taught him how to use video calls on his phone. Now he talks to his grandchildren every day and even started gardening again. Human connection is a powerful medicine. Even if you live alone, you can stay connected. Call a friend or family member once a week. Join community groups, like walking clubs, reading circles, or faith-based gatherings. Use technology to stay in touch. Video calls, text messages, and group chats can make a big difference. The most important thing is, don't close yourself off from the world. If you're watching this, type number 2 in the comments, hit like and subscribe to Elder Journey. That way, YouTube knows you want more helpful videos like this, and you help us keep spreading kindness, knowledge, and health. Number 3. Poor eating habits and loss of appetite. When an elderly person lives alone, one of the first things to decline is proper nutrition. Without someone to remind them of mealtimes or prepare balanced meals, many start eating less, choosing unhealthy options, or skipping meals altogether. The consequences can be serious: muscle loss, weakness, increased risk of falls, and deficiencies in essential nutrients like protein, iron, calcium, B vitamins, and vitamin D. But there's more to it. Loss of appetite, especially in those who feel lonely, is often linked to emotional issues like depression or even unnoticed digestive problems. Take Mr. Benedict, 84, for example. After his wife passed away, he started eating only biscuits and tea. Gradually, he lost weight and became weaker until he was hospitalized with severe anemia. After treatment, a kind volunteer helped him arrange simple, nutritious meals that only needed reheating. Now he feels more energetic and even started taking evening walks again. Eating well is essential for staying independent. If you live alone or care for someone who does, here are a few helpful tips. Prepare and freeze meal portions in advance for the week. Keep healthy, easy-to-prepare foods on hand, like eggs, fruit, plain yogurt, wholemeal bread. Use phone reminders to keep regular mealtimes, and whenever possible, eat with someone, even through a video call. Sharing a meal can boost appetite and lift the spirit. If you've made it this far, type number 3 in the comments. It shows YouTube that this video is helpful. And helps more people discover Elder Journey. Number 4. Difficulty managing medications. Properly, as we age, it's very common to take multiple medications throughout the day for blood pressure, diabetes, joint pain, cholesterol, sleep. Now imagine an elderly person living alone, struggling with memory, vision, or focus, trying to remember, did I already take my morning pill, or does this tablet need to be taken before or after food? That's when dangerous mistakes can happen. Taking the same medicine twice, forgetting important doses, taking it at the wrong time, or mixing medications that shouldn't be combined. According to studies, a significant number of hospital admissions in the elderly are directly linked to incorrect use of medications. One real example is Madame Irene, 77. She accidentally confused her blood pressure pill with her diabetes medication, which led to a sudden drop in blood sugar. She fainted at home and wasn't found until the next day, when the pharmacy delivery man knocked on her door. After that incident, she made a simple but life-changing decision. She started using a pill organizer with compartments for each day of the week and placed a clear medication schedule on her fridge with all the timings. Since then, she hasn't had a problem. Good organization can truly save lives. If you or someone you care for take several medications, here's what can help. Use a pill organizer marked with days and times. Label medications with colored stickers. For easy identification, set alarms on the phone as reminders for each dose, and always double-check with a doctor or pharmacist to make sure the medications are safe to take together. If you're still with us, type number 4 in the comments. It not only helps the channel grow, but also shows that you care about the well-being of those who live alone. Number 5. Lack of purpose and daily motivation. Living alone can be peaceful, but it can also feel deeply lonely, and over time, that loneliness can slowly turn into discouragement. Many older adults wake up feeling no energy, no one to talk to, not knowing what to do. Days start to feel all the same, and when the soul feels tired, the body follows. But there's a quiet force that can change everything. Purpose. Having a reason, no matter how small, to get out of bed can completely transform daily life, and that motivation doesn't need to be something big. It can come from the simplest, most beautiful things. Take the story of Mr. Samuel, 94 years old. He's been living alone for more than 10 years after his wife passed. He could have slipped into silence and isolation, but instead, he found his own way to stay joyful. Every morning he tends to 5 small potted plants on his balcony. He talks to them, waters them gently, moves them around to catch the morning sun. It's a simple ritual, but it gives his days rhythm, peace, and joy. He also writes handwritten notes to his grandchildren and spends time doing crossword puzzles. These small activities are what keep his mind active, his heart at peace, and his life full of meaning. The truth is, the secret isn't having company all the time, it's having something to look forward to each day. If you live alone, try this. Take care of a few plants, or even a small pet. Keep a journal, or write letters to friends and family. Try a free online course. Learn something new just for fun. Focus on your health. With light walks, stretching, or simple home exercises, simple actions like these can turn an empty house into a home full of life. If you've made it this far, type the number 5 in the comments. It helps the channel grow, and it shows that you care about this journey of healthy, joyful, and independent aging. Today, we talked about how living alone as we age can bring challenges, but it can also be a time of freedom, discovery, and dignity. The key is to care for your physical safety, your mind, and your heart. With a few simple changes, living well, even alone, is truly possible. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.